Let's move on now to Monday's Times and more fallout, Nick, from the Sinn Féin election result in Northern Ireland.
Yes, Irish politics and tensions are really a welcome combo, but the headline is Sinn Féin win in Northern Ireland reignites Brexit tensions. We talked about it last night. I'm becoming some sort of Irish political expert, which I didn't really wish to be, but I'll go through it briefly. Essentially, the DUP are sort of threatening to refuse to even join the executive unless the protocol is dealt with. Meanwhile, our old friends at the EU say they won't renegotiate it. So there was talk a while back, Liz Truss was talking to Šefčovič, the Vice President of the European Commission, but he's now saying that the EU would never have a mandate to renegotiate the protocol or go beyond existing proposals. So now the UK government is going to have to bring forward primary legislation to unilaterally switch off key parts of the protocol. So that's basically it's a sort of standoff. DUP is saying we're not doing anything until you sort that protocol. EU is saying, well, we're not sorting it. So the government's going to have to somehow sort it themselves. And I've just been very objective because I don't take a strong view on Irish politics because I get enough hate mail already.
Yeah, of course. It's an existential issue for the people of Northern Ireland. That's the point. You've got a divided community, a majority at this point who want to be part of the United Kingdom, but the tectonic plates, Steve, seem to be shifting.
Indeed, and they're shifting in a way which the system isn't keeping up with. With such a large vote going for this concept of an alliance, some people were clearly, because we're all getting old now, there are loads of people who can vote who were born after the agreements were made. So they don't really have that same passion between this two tribal way of doing things, but the power sharing doesn't take that into consideration. So it feels like there needs to be some sort of a way of changing to adapt to this third party in there. I mean, it will never happen. We can't even manage to get a third party working in politics when there's not that historic issues either.
It's true.
But it's interesting. Brexit's back. I mean, even if you like the idea of Brexit, are we now willing to have that conversation where we say people who said this wouldn't cause a problem with Northern Ireland before a referendum might not have been getting the nail on the head? You know, I mean, some people saw this coming, and even if you think Brexit is worth it, this doesn't have to be a Remainer point of view. This is an issue that some people saw coming, so why wasn't more done to prepare for it?
Well, as with friction in relation to the transport of goods, as with the Northern Ireland Protocol, it will actually hurt the EU too, and they don't want to be seen to restart the troubles. So, yes, I guess this is to do with Brexit, and you're right to point that out. We've got to sort of accept the positives and the negatives of Brexit, warts and all, but we are where we are. And it's not just our problem, it is a problem for Brussels as well. And I think that there needs to be strong diplomatic pressure on both sides to fix this. Because I don't think that the EU need to so overzealously police that invisible border.
Yeah, and there was loads of talk before about European leaders wanting Britain to be seen to fail. It wasn't just enough to have a peaceful Brexit. I think that's changing, other than possibly Macron. Yeah. But other than that, the idea of we need to be punished for it, that's over.
I think a lot of the politics of it are beginning to wash away, aren't they?